Hello, good evening, everybody. This is your host, Corbin, hosting Cleveland Sports Bar live right here in Lewisburg, Virginia. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you guys about the fact that the Lakers had defeated the Rockets 124 to 122. I'll tell you guys about the fact that facing, even though the NFL schedule is out, came out yesterday, by the way. And I'm not gonna go over all the other teams' schedules, by the way. But I'll go over you guys who the Giants are gonna be facing for sure. I'll tell you guys about the fact that the Knicks, they got a playoff spot to the Celtics loss to the Cavs last night. I'll talk with you guys about the fact that two LA County firefighters are in para because reason that would be them sharing photos, taking and sharing photos of the helicopter crash. I'll definitely get you guys to that for sure. I'll tell you about the fact that Drew McIntyre and Sasha Banks are the cover stars of WWE 2K22 video game. The Anthony Joshua shall bout set for August 14th, by the way, in Saudi Arabia. And also talk to you guys about the fact that Lakers unveiled their title banner, by the way. Their NBA title banner last night. I'll talk with you guys also about the fact that the Nets defeated the Spurs with a returning James Harden, 120 to 116. I'll talk with you guys about the fact that the women accusing Deshaun Watson, they're going to settle their case in court. Get you guys to that. And the NCAA women's Gulf region was canceled in Baton Rouge. That's had some little outcry, some criticism for that. So that is all there is you need to know, everybody, on that note. So let's know. But first things first, I'm going to start things off with the fact that the Giants' schedule came out yesterday, and I'll tell you who they're going to be facing in the next season. So week 1 is going to be the G-Men. That's against the Broncos. Against the Broncos. Week 2 is going to be G-Men against the Washington. Week 3 is against the Falcons. Week 4 is against the Saints. Week 5 is against those pathetic. Week 6 against the Rams. Week 7 is against the Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater. I'm sorry, not Teddy Bridgewater. Against Sam Darnold and the Panthers, by the way. Week 8 is the former Super Bowl champs, King Mahomes and Chiefs Kingdom. That's going to be a really tough one, very brutal one, I can tell you that. Week 9 is going to be against those pathetic Raiders. Week 10, they have a bye week. Week 11, they have the Tampa Bay Bucs. Week 12, they have G-Men against the Eagles, whom they did beat last season. Week 13 will be against Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins. Week 14 will be against the Chargers, by the way. Week 15 against those pathetic Cowboys yet again. Week 16 against the Eagles. And then you have week 17 will be against the Bears. And week 18 is against Washington. So honestly, the G-Men right now, I'll tell you this, the G-Men, they gotta find ways to win. So yes, you got Kenny G, that's what they got. And then you got guys, you have guys such as they're gonna be amazing, they're beasts. You got Single probably coming back. So I think the G-Men are gonna come back from that. I think since the G-Men are going to be likely favorites to win the NFC least, by the way. Hopefully they will do so in that. I look forward to the G-Men, get a playoff spot next season. Even though they may have lost, a playoff spot despite the fact that Washington beat the Eagles last season. So G-Men, they'll come back. They will be back. They got to get new corpus. What they really need. It's just they got to get. So I'm looking forward to that. If only had a new quarterback, by the way, and it would be surprising if Aaron Rodgers was in the mix. That would be a big surprise there. If it was Aaron Rodgers, if G-Man were in pursuit of getting Aaron Rodgers in, G-Man would be legit contenders, right? But I'll tell you that they will be legit contenders. So that right there is going to surprise a lot of people. I can tell you that. So that will pretty much say it all right there, and I do think that that is pretty much gonna say it right there, everybody. So yep, that's all there is for that. So the G-Men, they will take on. They have the schedules out right now, guys. All the other team schedules are out, so that'll be a big one. One game in particular that sort of came up though will be one against Packers. They got the Chiefs, by the way. So that'll be surprise news there. That'll be like an NFC divisional title game for that would be more like an NFC divisional title game, if you will. So that'll be a good one right there. Then the Packers got the Ravens, got the Lions. So that'll be surprising right there. I could tell you that. So that is pretty much all there is I can say on that, everybody. So yes, the G-Men schedule is out right now. All the other teams' schedule is out. And yeah. That is all there is. So there's not there might not be any preseason games. So preseason they got Pats, Broncos, Washington. Regular season they got So basically regular season. They got Pats they got G-Men they got the Pats. And then there's only like one preseason game. Then I told you guys they got the Broncos. That's September 12th. The Washington 16th. Falcons September 26th. Saints October 3rd. G-Men's Pathetic Cowboys October 10th. G-Men against the Rams October 17th. G-Men against the Panthers October 24th. G-Men against that's gonna be a tough one. That's not gonna be good. G-Men against the Chiefs Kingdom, the former Super Bowl champs. G-Men against those pathetic Raiders. G-Men Tampa Bay Bucs, defending Super Bowl champs. November 22nd. November 28th will be against the Eagles, who they've already beaten. G-Men against the Tua Tagovailoa Dolphins, that'll be a tough one. G-Men against the Chargers. Going to G-Men against the pathetic Cowboys again. G-Men against the Eagles again. To 1926. Then you got G-Men against the Bears January 2nd. Then G-Men against Washington January 9th in 2022. So yeah. I can see the G-Men right now getting a better record, but one game in particular, they have the Chiefs. That's not good. That is not going to be good. That is not going to be good. That will not be good. That will not be good. I can tell you that. That is not going to be good. So clearly, the rest of the G-Men getting all the way. It's going to be a tough one. It'll be tough. G-Men got to get better. That's what they got to do. And hopefully they go in a couple of games. Yeah, sure, they can beat the Broncos. They can beat the Washington, who they've always beaten. They can beat the Falcons. They can beat the Saints. And they can beat up those pathetic Cowboys of returning Dak Prescott. Had no business coming back to the Cowboys. Sure, they got the Rams. Sure, they got the Panthers. Sam Darnold. Jimmy against Chiefs, they can lose that one. Jimmy against the Raiders, they can beat them. Why bye week in week 10? Jimmy against Tampa Bay Bucs, that'll be a tough one. Eagles, they can beat them. Dolphins, that's not going to be a good one. Fords against the Chargers, they can beat them easily. Eagles, they'll beat them again. Week 17 is against Justin Fields and the Bears. So Justin Fields is starting quarterback of that game. Oh, wow. Wow, you better be sure they're going to be showing up. So I'm thinking the G-Men have been the Bears before that, but Justin Fields on there, oh, wow. Careful that one. Then G-Men got Washington. So G-Men are going to be Washington again, like last season. They've always beaten them. So G-Men, that's all I got to say on that. So hopefully the G-Men will win some games. They can have a winning streak though, but not against the Chiefs. That's not going to happen there. So it will not be easy on that note. So that's all it is. So that their is the Giants' schedule for 2021. That was announced yesterday. So that's all there is you need to know on that. Also, another news I want to get into, by the way, that the Lakers have taken out the Rockets 124-122. Now, Lakers did raise their banner before the game even started, by the way. Their 2020 NBA title banner last night with LeBron James 83 and they're playing clothes. So just for that. But on to the game, by the way, last night. THC scored 23 points, had 2 rebounds and steals, 10 assists. Andre Drummond scored 20 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block. Kyle Kuzma scored 19 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, and a block. Montrezl Harrell scored 16 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and steal. Markieff Morris scored 14 points, 4 rebounds, and assists. KCP scored 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, steal, and a block. The Olynyk Clinic scored 24 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals. Armoni Brooks scored 24 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and steal. Kenyon Martin Jr. scored 20 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks. Cameron Oliver scored 17 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, steal, and a block. And Jay Sean Tate scored 16 points, 5 rounds, two assists. So clearly, I mean, this is honestly, this is something that pretty much are, Lakers. I think the Lakers are starting to get there, but they're showing signs of life. Even though they won without killing Brunches 83 this time, my question is exactly: will the Lakers be able to make the finals and be back to make NBA champs without killing LeBron James 83, who are still nursing injuries? By the way, killing LeBron James nursing with an ankle injury. He's resting that, and then you got 83, who's got a groin injury. On that note, so clearly, this is pretty much a bit surprising. I can tell you that. So clearly, I think since the Lakers, they can probably win some games, I guess, but they're going to be a fifth seed. I can tell you that though. But Lakers, what they got to do is just step it up, and I'm not sure it's impossible. So, my opinion, I don't see the Lakers walking us back to make matches. I really don't. So, if LeBron James does not show for the, well, he's not going to be he doesn't play in the play-in tournament. By the way, he's going to potentially play in the play-in tournament. He did say before though, whoever came in the play-in tournament should be fired. So LeBron will not be playing the play-in tournament. I can tell you that. So 83, he could. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios to this though. Can LeBron James 83 going to show for the playoffs? That's a question you got to ask yourself. Are they going to show up to the NBA Finals and be back to make NBA champs yet again? That's a big question right there because they look like a dynasty. Or is 83 going to be, being an NBA champion zone without LeBron James or being a Finals MVP? On that note, and also, could the Lakers even win and be back to make NBA champs without killing LeBron James 83 that time? Because lately the Lakers did just win again. They already beat the Knicks, which I'm a bit upset about. By 2 points. That was in the Knicks game. They gave the Lakers a run for their money, by the way. Then they beat the Rockets last night. So that's pretty good on that note. So so Lakers, they're going all the way. I'll tell you that. And to be fair, say the Lakers right now, they may not be back to making a chance by this season. I can tell you that. So honestly, there's a looming threat for them though, and I just saw that from the other night. So honestly, yeah, I look forward to seeing the Lakers. Probably, they can, they can still get to the NBA Finals, by the way, and probably back to making a chance. That's probably not going to happen right there. But honestly, that's the big question you guys got to ask yourselves, guys. So, do they still have it in there? Can they be alive? And will LeBron in 83 be ready for the playoffs? That's a big question you guys can ask yourselves, guys. Because honestly, Lakers, they seem a little bit out of touch, though, by the way. They seem a bit banged up. Yeah, sure, you had LeBron James, nursing an ankle injury. Then you had 83 sitting out from a groin injury as well. But I think instead of the Lakers right now, they're nowhere near ready. And their time is over. So I honestly don't think that LeBron James is going to be able to eclipse MJ as a 6-time Super Bowl champion. Sure, MJ is a 6-time NBA champ, and LeBron James, he's a 4-time NBA champ. But it's gonna be the 5-time. Not a chance. I mean, sure he could do so, but it won't be that easy though. So that's all it's fair. Also, other than something to get into, the Knicks, they got a playoff spot, everybody. Yes, they do. The Knicks have a playoff spot. This time I feel good about, everybody. I know I'm looking forward to. I know this time I've been looking forward to my whole entire life. Orange Julius Randle is MVP material, which he is. I mean, sure, you're going to see Orange Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, D. Rose, Alec Burks. You'll see guys such as Nerlens Noel. You will see guys like Kevin Knox, Obi Toppin. You'll be Reggie Bullock, Elfrid Payton. The Knicks right now, they're ready. They're born ready. So this is something I've been looking forward to my entire life. I mean, sure, the Knicks, they may have had a bad record, that was in the past, and all the James Dolan drama that ensued there. All that aside. But the Knicks right now, they're looking so good right now. And that game from this past, like Tuesday night, I guess. I mean, wow. The Knicks, even though they may have lost that game in overtime to Lakers, and that did look like more like an NBA Finals matchup too. I can tell you that right now. So I gotta tell you this right now. The Knicks, I mean, they did give Lakers a run for their money this past Tuesday night. But I gotta tell you right now, the Knicks right now, they're playoff contenders. I can tell you this right now, the Knicks are going to the playoffs. They're playoff contenders right now. This is something that every Knicks fan's been waiting for throughout their illustrious lives. This is something that I myself have waited on my entire life too. My question is, are the Knicks going to get the Lakers in the NBA Finals this time? Now, this past Tuesday was the Knicks versus Lakers. That looked more like an NBA Finals matchup, but you had the Lakers being the Knicks by 2 points in that game. Are they going to give the Knicks yet? Are the Knicks going to give the Lakers yet again in the NBA Finals for sure? So this is something I've been looking forward to my entire life. Because I can tell you this: the Knicks right now, they're a looming threat, and they can eliminate the Bucs. Let me sure they can eliminate the Bucs. They can eliminate the Hawks. They can eliminate the Nets and battle NYC supremacy. They can eliminate Sixers, I guess. They can eliminate the Hornets. They can even eliminate, well, Celtics, by the way, I can tell you that. So, honestly, I look forward to seeing the Knicks win a lot of games in the playoffs and make the Eastern Conference and probably see even the Nets too, even take on, even give revenge on the Nets in the East, in the Eastern Conference, by the way, in the Eastern Conference Finals. I look forward to seeing the Knicks, by the way, win that game. I look forward to the Knicks get the punch ticket to the NBA Finals. I look forward to the Knicks walk out to the new NBA champs. I'm telling you this right now, guys. The Knicks will be walking out of here the new NBA champs by this year. You guys don't like it though, but you guys are gonna get used to it. So the Knicks, they're going all the way. They're going all the way, guys. So I look forward to that, everybody. Hope that happens. I look forward to the Knicks walk out as new NBA champs. Orange Julius Randle becoming the Finals MVP. I mean, sure, he's MVP material though, but he could be Finals MVP. So yeah, I'm sure he can be both League MVP and Finals MVP. That's something I'm looking forward to right there. The Knicks right now, they've gotten to where they're at. I mean, sure, they can eliminate the Pacers too. But the Knicks right now, they're a looming threat. They already had a 9-game win streak. They clinched the playoff spot. Thank goodness they did that. Won last couple of games, but the Knicks right now, they showed up and showed out. I mean, they had a really close game against the Lakers that one night. But my goodness, that was like a finals matchup too. But oh my goodness, I gotta tell you, the Knicks right now, they're in the playoffs. I'll tell you that. Whoever they face, Knicks are gonna eliminate that one team. I don't care if it's the Hawks. I don't care if it's Wiz, I guess. I don't care if it's the Bucs, Celtics, the Nets, Hornets, the Sixers, the Bucs, Hawks, whoever it is, the Nets, Sixers, whoever it may be, Hornets, whoever it is. I don't care. The Knicks are going to eliminate them anyway. I'll tell you about that. So the Knicks, they got a playoff spot after the Celtics lost to the Cavs last night. So the Knicks right now, my goodness, they showed up. And even though Orange Julius Randle's never been NBA champion throughout his career, I can tell you this: Orange Julius Randle and D Rose, he was a former MVP himself. D Rose and Orange Julius Randle aren't better than never been chance at the title, but this is the time they can do so. This time for D Rose and Orange Julius Randle and RJ Barrett to right those wrongs, and Reggie Bullock as well. This is something I'm looking forward to my entire life. The Knicks are going to go all the way. I can tell you that they will. They always have been good. They always will be going good. But I look forward to the Knicks win a lot of games. I mean, they had a 9-game win streak. I look forward to that. I also look forward to seeing the Knicks right now eliminate anybody. And my goodness, wow, they pushed the Lakers to the limit though. They gave them a run for their money. What they did. And the Knicks right now, they're ready. They're born ready. They're playoff contenders, title contenders, you name it. So the Knicks, congrats on getting a playoff spot. I hope you guys, all the Knicks right now, walk out and NBA champs. That's what I'm looking forward to them. My vote's on the Knicks, guys, all the way, all the way. It can't be the Lakers anymore because they're not looking good. So Knicks are going all the way. So I gotta go with the Knicks, everybody. That's what I'm gonna go with right there, everybody. That's all I gotta say on that. Also, some others I want to get into, by the way, that the Nets took out the Spurs 120 to 116, where Landry Shamet scored 21 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block. James Harden scored 18 points, had 7 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, and blocks. You also had KD scoring 14 points, 7 rebounds, an assist, 3 blocks, by the way. You also had KD scored 14 points, 7 rebounds, and assists, 3 blocks. You also, by the way, had BG Blake Griffin scored 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Nicholas Claxton scored 18 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. You had DeMar DeRozan scored 21 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. Patty Mills scored 15 points, 1 rebound, and an assist. Rudy Gay scored 10 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, and a block. You had DeJounte Murray scored 15 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. So Nets with James Harden coming back, from a hamstring injury, he's back. They're gonna need KD. They're gonna need Kyrie Irving back. So not KD, Kyrie Irving back. He's dealing with the face contusion injury. So hopefully he's doing okay on that. Hopefully he's ready for the playoffs. I can tell you that much. So NYC supremacy, guys. So you might see Knicks versus the Nets, and then you come to playoffs. So that's gonna be the battle of New York. That was something that a lot of fans are looking forward to. I can tell you that. And that's some love you guys are waiting for. I'll tell you that, though. If that happens, I'll be so surprised. I will go for the Knicks all the way. That's what I go for right there. Because they're talented playoff contenders. I'll tell you that. And they got a playoff spot, too. So congrats on that. Nets, they came back. So that's all there's for that, everybody. So they beat the Spurs 120 to 116 on that note. Also, some others I want to get into, by the way, that the Drew McIntyre and Sasha Banks, they're the cover stars of NBA 2. Sorry, not NBA. WWE 2K22. 2K22, guys. So once again, everybody, Drew McIntyre, the former WWE champ, former 2-time WWE champ, and Sasha Banks, former SmackDown and women's tag team champ, and Raw women's champ, and former Raw women's champ, former SmackDown women's champ, and former women's tag team champ, former NXT champ as well, women's champ as well. They will be landing on the cover. They will be on the cover. They are the cover stars of WWE 2K22. So big congrats to them on that. That's the best yet. There meets tomatoes, which it is. That's all there's you need to know in there, everybody. So that's all there is you need to know in there, everybody. That's all there's you need to know. Also, some other things I want to get into, by the way, that 3 LA firefighters are in peril, by the way. 2 of them are about to be released, and the other is about to be suspended, by the way, after they were accused of taking photos and showing us photos of the helicopter crash site which killed Kobe, Gigi, and sent us in the helicopter crash from January last year, by the way. It also says right here that it's also alleged invasion of privacy. Now, since the November 16th trial was postponed 5 months to April 27, 2022, because of huge material that attorneys have to review. Now, it also says the 2 firefighters took photos of the bodies of the helicopter crash. No business necessity. Then they were sending those photos to a 3rd firefighter who was a media relations officer who arrived to the scene and shared the photos with off-duty firefighters as well, the wives and girlfriends, while in the war ceremony at the Hilton Hotel. Now, 2 firefighters got intentions to discharge letters back in last December, and a 3rd firefighter got intentions to suspend on that note. So basically, if you guys remember that Vanessa Bryant sued a few officers who took photos at first, who took photos and showed those photos to bartenders and everyone else out there, graphic photos, and then the bartender was finally issued a complaint, by the way, on that, and they were released. By the way, I can tell you that. Now two firefighters and a third firefighter, they've also been accused and sued, by the way, of taking those photos of the lake. Two firefighters, by the way, they've also been accused by taking those photos and of the helicopter crash that killed both late great Kobe, Gigi, and Simmons in a helicopter crash last January. By the way, if you guys remember that, and Vanessa Bryant could settle this case in the courtroom. Tell you that much. So those are the repercussions they're going to face. So basically, the identities of these 3 firefighters have not been named yet. I can tell you that, and those firefighters should be ashamed themselves. This is my first responders, by the way, on that. So honestly, this is not looking good on that. This is a bad look for the LA County firefighters, and they should know better. So that's something you just can't do it. All right, that's something you just can't do. So that's all there's need to know on that, everybody. So once again, everybody, 2 LA County firefighters were accused, and a third firefighter was also accused of sharing photos of the helicopter site, which killed helicopter crash, which killed late great Kobe, Gigi Simmons in the helicopter crash, and they could also be sued and arrested, which could come into play. Yet Vanessa Bryant did sue the LA County cops, by the way, on that note, and these firefighters can also be released as well. So that's all there is you need to know on that, everybody. So that's all there is to you to know. Also, some others I also want to get into, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that the NBA they have created the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. Now the winner will be announced during the playoffs, by the way, and they will get they're gonna get $100K from the NBA to donate to any organization of his choosing, by the way, and the 4 finalists they're going to be getting $25K on that note. So that's all there is you need to know in there, everybody. So that's the best you get there. Also, another news that A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, and Mark Lord, they have purchased the Wolves for $1.5 billion, by the way. So that's all there is for that, everybody, on that note. So that's pretty much the best you get there. And yeah, the transaction came in, so the purchase is complete now. That's all there is for that. Roughly, it's gonna be around 50 bill. It's gonna be roughly like 50 bill, by the way. So that is all there is for that is all there is for that, everybody, on that note. So yeah, so it was a $1 bill sale, by the way. So now it also says right here that that the Wolves have the lease at the target center through 2035. The buyout is 50. The buyout will be 50 mil, by the way, on that note. So that's pretty much all there is you need to know, everybody, on that note. So that's all there is you need to know. So A-Rod, Rodriguez, and Mark Lore have bought the Wolves, by the way, for 1.5 bill. And that is all there is you need to know, everybody, on that note. So that is all there is for that, everybody. And that's all there is for that, everybody. That's all you need to know on that, everybody. So nothing more than that. Also, some others I want to get into, by the way, that the NCAA Women's Golf Regional was canceled in Baton Rouge yesterday. That's why I had a little bit of an outcry before the regionals got started, by the way. Now, the NCAA committee announced the players and coaches that the golf course was playable, but not a championship, but not the championship level playable. It's all due to rain and standing and standing water on the course. Now, the committee, represented by the name of Brad Hurlbest, made a decision. The golfers would be yelling at Hurlbest that he's ashamed of himself for the decision. And 6 teams that are advancing will be LSU, Ole Miss, Baylor, Oregon, UM, Maryland, and Alabama, by the way. They play on May 21st to 26th, by the way, at the Greyhawk Golf Club in Scottsdale, Arizona. It also says I hear that Miami's Natalia Guseva and Sam Houston State's Hannah Alberto, they're also advanced, by the way, as well. The course was at LSU LSU University Golf Club had 7 inches, which had 7 inches of rain for past several days. So honestly, guys, this was a big deal, by the way, and there's a lot, and there's a question that need to be answered. By the way, the coach, by the way, they're questioning the controversial decision to cancel the NCAA Women's Golf Regional, because if you guys remember that, I think during the March Madness tournament, by the way, if you guys remember that, the weight rooms or training rooms had a bunch of equipment, by the way, where the guys had a lot of training equipment. The women had like yoga mats, all this stuff, which had a lot of people upset, and that didn't sit well with anybody. I can tell you that much. So now they got the NCAA Women's Regional was postponed. You got the coaches now that are questioning as to why this was made or how it all came about. Now the University Golf Club had golf course had 7 inches of rain, 3 days in standing water on slick holes and bunkers throughout the course. And so says here that like coaches and players how this decision was made though. And to be honest, well, so it's one of the coaches that's supposed to be memorable, exciting experience. Who had the players were crying and confused by the decision. It's just a sad issue though. They had practice on Sunday with course conditions that were dry. Rain came down Monday morning, which was scheduled to be the first day of the tournament. Players called for the day at 11:30 a.m. Now, sun was down Monday from noon on, and there was a full 8 hours of sunshine. Could have allowed to play late in that day. That's what was never discussed, by the way. And coaches were told the bunkers on the course were a concern, sending water, making them unplayable. Rules officials did have the option to mark the unplayable bunkers as such, giving the players relief if their ball entered the marked area. And clearly, something's got to be said about this. This is absolutely uncalled for. And honestly, that's not good on that. This is a bad look for women's college golf, by the way. And to be fair, this is uncalled for. Absolutely uncalled for. And this is a little bit of some disrespect. What this is. So honestly, this is a little disrespectful. Is what this is. And this says yesterday that teams were delayed from their morning start, pushed by 10 a.m. then to 11 a.m. The communication with the committee. And honestly, the NCAA says that here that the committee regretted that the regional cannot be conducted and that because play cannot take place on Wednesday. So honestly, New Terms are doing whatever they can to play golf whatever they can. So honestly, this is disrespectful, and this is disappointing that they can't play. That these women can't play regional golf, and then NCAA had no further comment on this. I can tell you that. It says this need to go away. These are our lives, emotions, feelings, and hard work and hopes these kids have. And this is really bad. So honestly, this is not looking good. So hopefully something's gonna be done, resolved from that. And that's all there's you need to know about on that. So that's all there is you need to know everybody on that. So clearly there's gonna be something to be said about that. That's just a little on call for it. Just plain ridiculous. Just a shame. This is a golf situation. It's what it is. So something's gotta be said about that. I can tell you that, everybody on that note. So that's all there is you gotta know on that. So clear something to be said there. Some others I want to get into, by the way, the women that were suing and accusing Deshaun Watson of misconduct and sexual assault, by the way, they're not going to accept a financial settlement, by the way, to drop the lawsuits against the DWATs. Now 22 women are still moving forward with their cases against DWATs, alleging Watson got sexually aggressive during the routine massage therapy sessions. And then now the accusers want cases to be in court. Now, since four women met with the NFL investigators, 8 of 10 women met the Houston PD, and praising cops, and they praised the Houston PD for their handling the DWAT's pro. By the way, I could tell you this though, guys, that Deshaun Watson has not been arrested or charged yet. It's very unclear as to when that's going to happen. Hopefully that does. So obviously these women, these like 23 women that were suing Deshaun Watson, 22 women were female masseuses. The other one was a female makeup artist. So honestly, these cases are going to be played out in court. Don't know when that's going to be exactly. So they also said that the case are going to play out in court. And Sean wants to get president. He meant to apologize to these women. So honestly, that's not look good. So honestly, that may happen. So that could ensue. So, and they may have Deshaun, and they could in fact press charges. They may have to reconsider pressing charges against Deshaun Watson, do these heinous acts that Deshaun Watson committed, and no team's ever going to want him. I can tell you that. So that's all there's to on everybody. So clearly, Deshaun Watson is currently facing 23 lawsuits alleging sexual assault and misconduct. By the way, from these massage sessions, massage therapy sessions going to tell me wrong. So clearly, Deshaun Watson's career is going to be in dire jeopardy. I can tell you that right now, everybody. On that note, so honestly, not looking good there. So that's just uncalled for. It really is. So that's all there's to on there, everybody. So clearly, uncalled for. I can tell you that, guys. So honestly, that may come into play. I can tell you that. So that's all there's to doing that. Also, some others I want to point to, by the way, that that's 3 rookies that have signed the G-Men who went to the NFL draft. Will be Azeez Ojulari and Gary Brightwell and Rodarius Williams. They have all signed offers, by the way, to be the G-Men. So they've been drafted there too. So big congrats to them on that. Just want to point that out, guys. And that is all there is you need to know on that, everybody. So clearly, that's going to surprise a lot of people. I can tell you that. And so that is all there is you need to know, everybody. On that note, and honestly, they're gonna make a big impact for the G-Men in the upcoming season. Schedule was out yesterday. I read you guys the schedule, so that's all there is you need to know, everybody. So that will change it all right there. I'm say that. Also, some other news here that the Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury unification title bout will be on August 14th in Saudi Arabia. So that's the first one right there. The second fight, don't know when that's going to be. So that's all there's need to know on that. They did send a 2-fight offer, by the way. So that's all there's need to know on that note. So between that, I can tell you that. So that's all there's the message you get there. I will say it all right there. Also, guys, another news. I want to have birthdays to Black Hawk of Samurai Showdown, Stephen Colbert, Darius Rucker, Stevie Wonder, Lena Dunham, Debbie Ryan, Dennis Rodman, Joe Lewis, Candace King, Rob Pattinson, Pusha T, Dawn Harper Nelson, PK Subban, the Honey Badger Tyrann Matthew, Chelsea Briggs, Ronnie Coleman. You got Carney. You got let's see what's the name Caroline Ford, Shamia Morton, Katie Anisleton, Maddie Whitby, Morgan Willett, Mariah Ahmed, Pearl Thessey, Samantha Morton, Kelsey Pummel, Abby Del Kemper. You got Piece of Trash Mike Bibby, John Ryan Murphy, Atati Cantoro, Hamel Patel, and Isabel Mills. So some of your birthday wishes, shout outs, Twitch, everybody down below in the comments. That's all it's gonna do just for now. That's all there's to it. Also, one thing I do want to get into, by the way, Leona Hydern, by the way, she is back for Team Ikari Warriors. For Team Ikari King of Fighters. So yes, her trailer came out yesterday. You guys check it out. She's amazing. So yes, Leona Hydern, her trailer is out right now, guys. She's back for King of Fighters 15, and the Ikari team is coming back. So hopefully by next week they'll show Ralph and Clark. By the way, now if you guys remember though, they showed Ryu Sakazaki and Robert Garcia have already fighting, so they may show another 2 fighters. Those could be Ralph and Clark for next week. That could happen. I can tell you that, though. So that's all there is you need to know on that, everybody. So, yes, Leona Hyde, she was unveiled for King's Fighters 15. Music to my ass, which it is, and that's all there is you got to know on that, everybody. So, that's what you got there. She's amazing. It's just amazing. So, I don't know when the announce date for King Fighters 15 is going to be. I don't know that for sure. Hopefully, I'll have announce date for E3. Hopefully, I'll do so on that. And that's all there's need to know on that. So, locking it Sue there. Locking it Sue there. So that's all there's need to know on there, everybody. That's all there's need to know. So E3 is on E3, by the way. That's on June 12th to the 15th, by the way. So mark it on your calendars. You're not done so. So that's all there's need to know on that. And honestly, that's all there is to it, everybody. On that note, so nothing more to it. I can tell you that, everybody. And that's the best you get there. So Leona Hyde, she is come back for King Fight 15 for Team Ikari. Team Ikari Warriors, by the way. Hope Alvin Clark make it by next week, hopefully, or some other week. Who knows? That's all there's to know on that, everybody. So that's the best you get there. Well, that's just how we'll do right there for the Club That Was Sportswear. Please be sure you always like to subscribe to the Club That Was Sportswear YouTube channel on Facebook page by any and all means necessary. Be sure to send me your comments, tweet your thoughts on the Lakers defeating the Rocks, by the way, 124 to 122. Let me know the comments about that. You think about James in the 83 got made to the playoffs? Let me know the comments about that. I'll just about sure, buddy, on that now. And also, Lakers, they raised their banner, by the way, for the 2020 NBA title. But right back, guys. Sorry, guys. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Lakers raising their 2020 NBA title banner last night? Your thoughts about that? I'll definitely just sponsor there, everybody. If the Lakers are getting back to making a chance, but let me know comments about that. I'll address sponsor. That's the big question everyone's going to ask right there, guys. That's all there's need to know on that. Your thoughts exactly on Nets defeating the Spurs last night, 120 to 116. Let me know comments about that. I'll address my sure, buddy. What are your thoughts exactly on James Harden came back in that game, by the way? What are your thoughts exactly on Drew McIntyre and Sasha Banks being the cover stars of WWE 2K22? Let me know comments about that. I'll address the sponsor that. That's all you need to know on that. Your thoughts on the 2021 NBA schedule being released? I know stuff for the G-Men. That's what I did right there. So that's all you need to know on that. And that is all there's to it, everybody, on that note. So best news yet there, everybody. That's all there's to you to know. So that's all you need to know. Everybody on that note, the G-Men, they're gonna have a good schedule ahead of them. One, they got the Chiefs, but that's not a good one. I can tell you that. Not a good one. So that's all you need to know on that, everybody. Where because we wait for those 3 LA County firefighters who were accused of taking and sharing photos of the helicopter crash that killed Kobe, Gigi, and some others. By the way, we talked about that. I'll just want to share, buddy. And you think they're gonna be released? Let me know the comments about that. I'll just want to share, buddy. On that note, what are your thoughts exactly on? What are your thoughts exactly on the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award? You know, for racism and for inequality and all the other stuff that big issues since. So, your thoughts about that, everybody? I'll just respond to that. What are your thoughts on A-Rod and Mark Lora purchasing the T-Wolves and the Lynx for $1.5 billion? Let me know in the comments about that. I'll definitely just respond. That's all you need to know on that. Your thoughts exactly on the NCAA Women's Golf Regional in Baton Rouge being canceled, by the way, because of reaching out at championship level, though. So your thoughts about that, everybody? I'll just sponsor that. You think legal action is going to be taken? Let me know about the comments about that. I'll just about sure, buddy. What repercussions could be waiting to Deshaun Watson? This is the latest to know. The women accused of Deshaun Watson of sexual misconduct and sexual assault, by the way, during a massage session. I'll tell you wrong. They were not going to take a financial settlement, by the way. So that's all there's need to know on that. They will take their case to court. So that's all there's to know. Also, your brother wished out to Black Hawk of Samurai Showdown, Stephen Colbert, Darius Rucker, Stevie Wonder, Lena Dunham, Debbie Ryan, Dennis Rodman, Joe Lewis, Candace King, Rob Pattinson, Pusha T, Dawn Harper, Nelson, PK Subban, Honey Bunch, Tyron Matthew, Chelsea Briggs, Ronnie Coleman. You got Kerry Ford, Yeah, you got Caroline Ford, by the way. So wait, that's about that. Say everybody wish out, tweet everybody to them about that. So you gotta know on that, everybody. Also, your thoughts on Leona Hydurin coming back for Kings Pass 15 for Team Ikari Warriors, by the way, last night. That's about that. I'll just want to sure, buddy. That's all there's you need to know on that, everybody, for sure. That's all there's you gotta know on that. So that's the best you get there, everybody. And that's all there's you need to know on that, everybody, on that note right there. That's all there's to it, everybody, on that note. So best you get there. With us on Aziz Ojulari, Gary Brightwell, Rodarius Williams signing with the G, by the way. You know they got drafted, by the way. So that's what that. I'll just sponsor that. That's all you gotta know on that, everybody. Best is yet there, and that's all you gotta know. I'll be on more breaking news in top level days. Noise tune in like subscribe to the Khalil Sports Report. That's all you gotta know for now, everybody. That's all there's to it. I'll be on more breaking news in top level days. My son's much for the Khalil Sports Report. Everything sports later. Everything you gotta know on that. Well, because we Deshaun Watson, he was as the women will not be selling a financial center, by the way, and they take the case to court. Could he have an arrest warrant awaiting him? Let me know about that. That's all this for that, everybody. I'll just not sure about it. That's all you're gonna know. More breaking news in terms of level days. So much for the Khalil Sports Report. Everything sports later. Everything you gotta know. All guys, everybody, take care of you guys. You guys have a good day. Please stay with them. Bye bye.